right, welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be watching FaZe versus Ultra, the winners final. Thank you guys for all the love on the last video. It did very well. I appreciate that. You're all handsome and beautiful. All right, let's jump into it. Vista Hardpoint. I think FaZe is, after the event, proven they're probably the best Vista team. These two teams are obviously great friends and very much respect each other.
Are you sure about that?
Sarcastic much? Me, never. All right, both teams fight for mid-map control. Obviously, you want to control the left side of the map if you can, but don't want to give up too much because P1 and P2 have really turned into your hills where you find a lot of time. Run away with the game. All right, big kill by BZ in the middle of the map. He's just making sure they can lock down sort of this route. Now Celium's able to pick it up with an AR. This is what's difficult about this. 4 and CleanX is going to have to go all the way around, but you don't have P1 control, so Sim's watching this and BZ's watching top middle. And this is why P2 has become a very strong for our CDL teams. Did not take long, no.
Because they're only sending a couple players at this HP, but here comes a pitch from a BZ. He's so damn annoying to play against. He's only able to take down one, but the teammates rally around. They find the rest of the kills. Final 10 going to be theirs, and they're in control of the spawns.
All right, really big play by FaZe there, just sort of getting mid-map control. I think the good thing here for Ultra is you can see they're already through, so they're going to try to break this from down low. Two of the spawns come in, so one's going to spawn out. I imagine Ultra player spawns out as well. Yep, just do the map size. And off spawn, Cell's just going to pinch. Try to get here. He doesn't even need to. And now the last player alive is this number 4. Finish just kind of has to wait here. Wait for his teammates off spawn. And he's just going to get staggered. So this is not good for Ultra, right? Because you have 2 forward, you have 2 in the middle of the map. You're just not making a 4-man push right now. So that's why Envoy's just going to stop right here. Then he's going to yell once his team's able to get to him.
Stuff like this. A beat 5 in a row. Celium still at 10-3, and Atlanta fans are going to break past the central mark. Yeah, we need to stop the bleeding if you are Ultra. It's not going to be easy, though, because all these hills are preferred on this side of the map. So you have to work your way up to that middle side.
What, a BZ trying to find number 6? Draw, you want him to play a little bit slower there if you're FaZe. Ultra able to break on through. You have Envoy in the middle of the map, just kind of slaying, roaming. Yeah, FaZe kind of in the same spot here. That's what Shift's talking about. You're just staggered right now. So that's why BZ's just kind of sitting here waiting. Waiting for his teammates off spawn. So nice patience there for a BZ. Really just got to find Envoy. This is where Envoy's just very, very good. Just got to be annoying. That's all of our, like, roaming subs are.
This final 25 is going to be theirs. Envoy maybe a chance to jump on in from the high ground. Stunts, nades starting to land. No trophy system here for Atlanta. Sim taking a lot of the beating. All right, so
Scrap's going to rotate early. There's like 20 seconds left, 15 seconds left. FaZe, I think with this lead, they're just happy playing with this. So they're just going to fight this. Try to break it.
The last time that they played this map versus the subliners, they were down by 140 points and then slowly started to work.
It's pretty rare jump. Pretty rare. But it can happen. There's like a couple where like you'll just both spawn out, but
so it's Ultra holding on to the hill. And, you know, there's going to be a lot of players and a lot of people in the crowd trying to tally up how that 1v1 is going to go across this series. Ultra only a chance to contest, though, for now. Reinforcements held off as Sim this deep play through mid just keeps making sure.
I mean, this break is literally just based off like their kills at the start, like right here. So you're going to get 2 dead right here in the middle of the map. And then you want to push this through P1. Look at where Inside is right here. They just have no help on the hill. So you just break through this P1 here. Like that, you have to find a kill if you're CleanX. Now you see the spawns, like they're just so far out of the play. Simp with a good read. Oh, and then Simp gets 2. So, yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think some of the newer ones for sure beef have a lot less sort of wackiness with the spawns. 6-star as well. There's a couple on 6-star, but for the most part, it plays pretty straight up.
Ultra sliding their way right back into the hill and right back into the game. A chance to possibly not just win this scrap time outright, but maybe get an early look over towards P1. Trying to
so this is really, really big here. Obviously, FaZe, they go for this one more time, which 11 seconds left. Like, you could argue maybe not the smartest play. But what this does, because they get a couple of kills, you're going to watch a couple of players off FaZe take the middle of the map. That allows them to get into P1. So this is kind of how they win this rotation.
Right back into the hill and right back into the game. A chance to possibly.
So you're not contesting. You're just kind of lurking. You're able to find 2 kills. And then you're going to see number 2 in Envoy. He's just kind of stuck here now. Once you get these 2 dead, this just allows you to flood on in, right? P1 control. You heard the casters talking about it. This is how Ultra would probably get back into the game. This just kind of denies that. So Kleenex now, he's just trying to deal with the spawners, but maybe you want him to take a different route. Or just lurk. But nice win by Scrap on the hill. Ultra doing a good job. You're getting right back into it.
Still close. I think one's pitching, Bush. Yo, one's our shot. Yeah, no, it's bridge though. That's easy. Dead, one more bridge.
Oh, almost really bad timing there for insight. All right, so big time here. Ooh, so we were just talking about maybe just some wacky spawns here. You're gonna see it maybe come in here. I think probably. I don't think this should have happened, personally. I mean, yeah, you have the hill. One just spawned here. Where does the Ultra player spawn? He spawned on them. That's a very odd one. Just 5 spawns here. So we talked about in the last video. We'll see how this plays out. This could be not great for Ultra. Someone's going on a big pinch here. That's Kleenex. They deal with this pretty well, actually. That could have been really bad. So I think you heard in the comms they could have spawned there, and they did. So no one spawns on the left. 1P1 in cell, and there's only 1 on time. So again, Envoy just trying to control top mid. I think Envoy should just play him here. He's kind of talked about this at times where he feels like he's not playing his own pace. Maybe you just don't want to lurk that often. But as soon as he loses this, look at where his teammates are. Nobody's wrapping middle, right? Which they would die because Celium's already there. But he was the only one really in a spot. Shooting through that's just so difficult. As soon as you lose mid steps, like, you see how tough this is for these players. So now Kleenex, there you go. You're just kind of caught now. Again, you're just flooding if you're Ultra. Not really playing around mid. Insight's able to find 2, though. So it's worked out. Maybe that's just how they want to play this. They're within 30. But that's a sim play. That happens. All right, Droz is the only one rotating. Good pickup. Scrap spawn out here? No, okay.
What they need to do, keep that P2 rotation a bit more mixy, and now as we head to 3, 50-50 battle for the opening time. Yeah, this is fantastic so far to Ultra.
Simpson to try to take a route.
They're holding down the priority on this side of the map, so they can chain it to that P2 and P3.
Big kills here by Scrap and Kleenex. Now you know where the other players are, right? You see number 8 die. You pretty much know now the rest is somewhere lurking. It can be tough because players take this outer route outside the map, hop this fence. There's just a lot of finesse ability around this P3. But as soon as you know 1 or 2 are dead, you can kind of get off the hill and go out and slay. That's what they do. FaZe do a really good job at that normally as well. There you go.
Huge shutdown for Ultra. Back 30 looking good as Atlanta default into playing over through mid with eyes over towards 4. They have to give up that old hill. They know that they have to potentially try to flip out these spawns. You can see that.
All right, so Scrap's going to spawn out. Let's just do the four-man push. Nice back down there by Envoy. At least find 1. It's a good play by BZ to pick up that repinch.
Too many bodies on that side of the map, but it's a tie game. It's going to be another photo finish. Big one versus Scrap. Help from
Again, you're just a little staggered here if you're Ultra. right? Which is tough, right? You're the only players here, right? So you see they still have hill control. There's 7 seconds left. One player spawns out. The other one's off spawn. Like, it's a 3-on-2 in this area. 5 is just going to cut off spawners and draws. Like, you're hoping Scrap can make a play here.
But it's a tie game. It's going to be another photo finish.
And now he's pretty much in a 1-on-3. So Draws actually just wraps back. He doesn't even worry about it because I think Abizi hits the player on the hill. But I think as soon as Scrap starts shooting, Draza just hunts him down. So that's nice teamwork out of FaZe. And Abizi's on 3 in a row. Again, those players inside, like, he just allows, I mean, he kills Insight. And then maybe if you have Envoy win this 1-on-1, you get him back here, you would probably spawn FaZe out. And it gets a little messy for them. You might even spawn your teammate at P3. But this is just a big win for Abizi. Yeah, because as soon as he spawns up, then Simp's there. They're right back on the hill.
On rotation. They're going to get the opening time here, and now it's just down to what route does Ultra want to hit. Bit of a split spawn situation and staggered, so it's 2 players on one side, 2 on the other.
And you have to make this first push count because of how spread they are around the map. You're wasting a lot of time. Atlanta just running away with all this hill time here as they're finding the kill. Scrap is at least able to take down 1, but now it's only pressure.
Again, what FaZe do really, really well here at the start of this push is you have people hunting. Like, Simp is looking in the middle of the map. He's trying to find this, so I think what Sim's probably saying is this is either like a 3-man hit through front or sort of a 2-2 split. But this is all info by Simp. So he's just running through the middle of the map. He's like, I don't see shit. I'll come help you guys front. And we talk about this a lot on like Rio, but pushing out on some of these and finding where the push is coming from is really important. Again, he's doing it again off spawn. There goes Simp right through the middle. He's able to win the first 1-on-1. Like, these 1-on-1s are just going to lead to a lot more time for FaZe. That's all dead. These last couple of hills have been all like Abizi and Simp.
This is a scary moment because if Abizi earns his cruise missile, you know how impactful that can be. And when he shoots like that, it's just simply too easy for him. It's now off the rotation. Inside at least wins a big 1-on-1 gunfight.
I think the reason FaZe are so okay with fighting, I think they just go for P1 control here. They don't even care about the right side spawns.
Decent stretch of kills though as the Hardpoint starts to move over towards bridge for Ultra. The big factor here is that cruise missile.
All right, so now watch this P1 area. You have a pretty good setup here for Ultra, right? You got 1 player helping out the hill. All of FaZe, you have 1 here, 1 here. Like, pretty much this push is cut down. You're going to force FaZe to have to go through the front.
Situation. Time will tell. Draws a mid-map. Only takes 1 insight tag, but still Ultra in the Hardpoint.
Huge gunfight. So now FaZe going to start flooding front. Abizi trying to take their route. But similar to this last one, you finally have some map control here. So, like, again, you're going to know where this push is. And then on this hill. So 4's just going to help towards the front. Scrap's obviously in this power position, but you're finally, you have some room. You're finding room. Oh, and then it's a 2 nade. Bruce's help.
Will not find any eliminations, but Atlanta do win back this front cafe area. Just down to can Ultra again replicate the magic they found versus New York for going from 5 to 1. Another spawn comes through. Ultra able to fight themselves closer towards the hardpoint.
Right, this catwalk area, just watching this cross.
Bottom right, Atlanta top left. It's a mad dash to the middle.
Yeah, Cleanest is gonna try to make this play. He can only take down.
Would have found 1. Now can they find Simp? At least get a good trade, but that's great shots by Draws. Holy shit.
They only need about 5 seconds to close out this game.
No, it's just a flood.
Gotta find a way to touch. Nades are littering the front door. There's 248. It does get contested, but Draza with the double. Draza gets all 4.
Sheesh. Really good map by FaZe. I mean, you had some chances there if you were Ultra, but this is why they're probably the best Vista team. I mean, when you have Abizi and Simp, it's going to make a map like that easy. But honestly, you get good numbers here out of Envoy and Scrap or Kleenex, like in the sub role. Scrap put maybe a bit of an off map, but it could be tough on Vista. It just feels like it can be a pain in the ass with an AR. All right, so let's maybe talk about this. Ultra is like, they beat them at Major 1 twice. I don't know the exact record head-to-head between these two, but Ultra has it. And maybe like one of the reasons why, I think probably the key here is like this Karachi Hardpoint, right? Like if you look at sort of why FaZe versus Optic, the key too, Ultra don't play high rise like anything, which I think they're going to need to beat teams like Optic or New York down the line potentially, but you never really play high rise. So because they're such a good Karachi Hardpoint team, they're better than FaZe. Like it makes, if they could go 50-50 in Hardpoint, I don't know exactly why, but even at Major 1 when they won like all 4 searches versus them or 3 searches For some reason, Ultra just has FaZe's number in SnD. 3-0 on LAN, 3-2 overall. Okay.
Hardpoint, but winning hardpoint.
And I don't know if this is just part of their prep or what. But they're a very good search team versus FaZe. And this is probably going to be one of the keys for FaZe in the future here is this 6-star search and destroy. Because they lost it versus Miami. They lose it here versus Ultra. They don't play it versus Optic. Just a map where they probably want to turn it. I feel like it should be a good map for them, but it hasn't.
So looking to bounce back.
We'll find out why. Let's see why it's not working.
Map loss, Ultra back to what will be their search and destroy map selection, and they will start on the offensive side with a little bit of a feel-out play here at B early.
Yeah, there's no trophy systems to work with, so no one wants to drop early on for that first blood.
2-2 splits. What, it draws in a BZ down low.
Slowly trying to take a little bit of space at this B site. Atlanta have yet to bite on that play call, but the rotation coming in at A, it sets up Envoy for the first blood.
Yeah, draws though quickly trades it back.
I think what stands out more and more on this map is that really what they showed is that defensive teams really want to find info quick. And I think like New York, when they played, who did they play? Was it FaZe? And they just waited and it worked out? Maybe it wasn't FaZe. Maybe it was their earlier series. Oh, I think it was Thieves. They just kind of waited. Feels like attacking teams can be very patient. And since then, it's paid off. But that's just how quick FaZe is on the rotate.
And now if you're Atlanta, you simply do not have to move because you could tell that Scrap was just trying to take a little bit of ground at this A site so they could potentially work that objective, but you gain info onto in.
My dog just barked in the middle of his sleeping.
Now you just have to trade, and that's exactly what Atlanta do.
Nice round one after losing the first blood. Then a lot of early info. You have nobody A side. Everybody's mid here.
Patio position, so Scrap, first blood good. Kleenex nearby, just to support.
So Draza is trying to get info, but they want to plant that bomb. You'll see. Like, watch. Right before Draza dies, Simp is just like on the bomb starting to plant, and then Draza dies. I feel like that timing is just off. You'll see this white bar here. See, the white bar is going up on the minimap. Plant started. This is just not the time to take this fight. He's either got to hope a BZ can watch this for now and maybe just watch over him. I feel like instead of Draza doing this, maybe you just come here, sort of look over this balcony, and a BZ watches the outside here while this plant's going in. Because as soon as he dies here, this round. And then they just fly out. Yeah, bad first death.
This time 3-1 split though for Atlanta. Looking to get aggressive here at A. It's just Scrap to try to read it.
Oh, and Scrap is only left to 19 HP. You have to try to play your life because you're at least...
I mean, look at this info, though. Again, you sort of have this stack. You're not wrong, Burners. You got to watch. Got to be positive out here. But, I mean, B is wide open. The only good thing here for FaZe is bombs here.
Forcing Atlanta FaZe to stay in this position while the rest of your teammates take a lot of ground at that B site. They can work that objective, but here comes the smoke, and here comes all of Atlanta.
Envoy with such a good smoke. Keeps himself...
Envoy makes a lot of plays with smokes on this map. But yeah, another first blood. That's 3 first bloods in a row. But it starts with Envoy. You just don't get a trade there either. Sort of what happens after this? It's Simp. And I think just... BZ doesn't go. He doesn't follow it. I don't know if he's worried about it. I mean, I don't even think this is a one-way. He's just jumping this. There's no trade here.
Atlanta still looking to get aggressive. Just as much.
All right, so FaZe is going back to B.
A lot of focus over towards B. Here's Ultra with the heavy stack
here because it's going to be a 4v4 now. All you have is mid-map control. You see that positioning right there.
And this is kind of the problem with, I think, why defenses are okay, because the way this map started, it was like, don't let them plant B, we can retake it. And it's kind of shifted now. And I think the reason is because, like, you see this setup here. You just can't leave this B bomb open. I don't know. It's difficult. There's not a lot of angles, sight lines, like, with this wall here. Like, there's just not a lot of room for the offense to really set up.
Work your way over to it. None of these Atlanta stuns up top don't connect to anybody, though. So can't be surprised with this patio.
Draza, though, gets a first blood a little different.
Largely dealt with. 3v2 situation.
So the end of that tighter setup.
Push forward for BZ shut down. Simp.
You have Cell on the outside.
Waiting for the region. Not a lot of time to play with here for this 1v2. He still hasn't seen selling him yet, but you know where he's going to play.
Oh my gosh, he read that well.
Do not allow any antics here.
You ever see yourself coaching? Like, maybe as a passion project down the line. But if I coach, I couldn't cast. And if I coached, I couldn't stream as much. If I coached, I'd be working 5 to 6 days a week. And my family would hate me. So, probably not.
defense for Atlanta. Same 3-1 split off that we saw from a couple of rounds ago, but this time lots of focus on early crossing.
So instead, I'll make these videos.
Keep Ultra safe, but the read is on, and Atlanta know the threat is imminent.
Oh, Andraza, you have to try to play your life in this scenario, but only 7 HP.
By the way, if you're watching on YouTube and want to bully me like my chat does while I watch these, you can tune in twitch.tv/MerK. Make sure to follow. We do these live. If you have questions, you can ask them in the chat. I'll talk to you. Unlike Obi, I won't answer him. So let's redo this round because my chat distracted me. All right, this is just a basic 8 hit. You have a four-man stack here for FaZe, so it feels like you should hard counter it. Yeah, Draza needs help though. Someone's got to either be towards the back or they got to push mid quicker here. Into a 3-on-3. Nice trade though. Tight setup from Ultra.
Envoy now sticking for the plant. Insight watching on one side, Scrap on the other.
Please no self promo. That's tough for Abizi.
Abizi still alive. Backs up. Rival 9 in hand. Tough angle to go at.
Yeah, good luck.
But it's just Headies all.
Yeah, I mean, let's go back to the start of this push. It looks like, so FaZe are a little like, they're worried about like a 2-man pinch here. And I think there's 2 ways you could either play this round. If you're FaZe, you either have to get to Draza immediately, or Draza just needs to back up and you just play retakes. So like, yeah, it just seems they get stuck right here. Probably nades smoke right in this cross, and they can't get the draws. Yeah, you see 6 kind of backs up here from Abizi. Maybe a nade hits. You probably want a better life out of Draza to at least find one. But I feel like worst case scenario, you let them plant the bomb, and then it just collapses from there. So what is that? Is that all the first bloods? Outside of 1, 4 to 5.
Atlanta still not hesitating to try to get their playbook going.
4 out of 5. All right, so FaZe have gone B twice. So Ultra try to play a little bit more info for B. Rotate on over. There we go. There it is.
So numbers in favor of Atlanta. They still do not want to try to work this objective. They're trying to at least isolate this player through mid-U, but the team fires from Ultra, even up the number.
Again, this is very lackluster from FaZe. We get a first blood, and you can just stop here if you're FaZe. Like, you don't have to go towards this site. There's still so much time in this round. You can stay patient. You see 7's trying to pick up the pinch, 8's trying to get to position to help, and then Abizi's just kind of stuck. You're going to see some shots coming in this way, and Abizi just feels like he has to chow. And there's just no trade potential here. There's just nothing here. I don't know if their comms are off because they had a lot of these situations. I mean, you still have a 3 versus 3 bombs and he had planted. But that's what Abizi does.
And the bomb will get planted. 3v3. Just counting pixel. Pops up.
I find one. Again, Cell is still very worried about the flank. My nice shots by Insight.
Here comes the full retake. 1v2 for Cell. Does he even bother to give this a check? Ultra still looking, still hunting. Finally, we'll track him out. Shots on the response. Still time is ticking. 14 seconds. You got to make a call here for Cell. Trying to push forward, but
yeah, he's trying to make a play. Leaves gaps. Yeah, it seems they were just a little too quick to where like they didn't. They don't challenge the other. Yeah, 4-2 first bloods. But there's another one. You've had. Wait, didn't they have first blood round 1? No, it was a trade. But either way, that's another first blood where you lost. Yeah. So. Oh no, that was Ultra who gets first blood round 1 and lost. But yeah, okay.
Patient approach over towards A, waiting for these nades to come through. Not pulling the trigger on theirs yet, but Atlanta in a 2-2 split, still feeling largely safe in this setup.
Yeah, they're just trying to get info early on where the hell they're trying to get that objective done at. Last time it was everyone through the middle of the map, and it came back to bite them. So a 2-2 split.
Kleenex is kind of playing this lurk island role, still just very slow. 30 seconds off the round. Like, look at all this space Kleenex has though. So there's a couple of things that could happen here. Kleenex is either saying, yo, nothing towards B. We can either wrap back. The problem is that you have nobody flank. So maybe the call is that, hey, guys, this could be a 4-stack from FaZe over towards the A side. They could all be through middle. It could be, hey, they could be flanking. You have to go. Because if they wait too long and there's a flank, they all get shot in the back. Developing this, what this does is now 7 and 8 are going to start to rotate. And 4 is open. 4 can go. So you're trying to create, you're hoping it's a 4-man hit, but if they are flanking, you know you just got to go. So now this is on Kleenex. So he's not seeing anything in the middle. He's gotten a stage. Okay. But he at least buys time and he gets out with his life for now. Draws is chasing him, but he's just wasting time. Sorry for cussing. All right. Probably want more out of Kleenex there, but at least it's 3v3, 15 seconds off the bomb.
Not good. Envoy has to decide, does he commit forward or does he hold the pinch? He's going to commit forward. 1v2 situation. Smoke comes through. He's got both weapons, I believe, now to work with. Oh, and I think he may have seen Cell on the cross. Scope is up. First shots are decent. Steps away.
That's just time again.
1v2 for Envoy. Smoke.
They just kind of both stop here. Are they just waiting for like a repush? It looks like maybe they're both weak. Okay, yeah. So you can see. If you guys have never noticed, by the way, the color of the portrait, that's their HP. So you're going to see it start to go up. So he's down to 40 HP. Cell's very low as well. So they're both one shot. But you'll see as that starts to go up in the top right. That is their HP. If you never knew that, there you go. For more tips and tricks on the CDL broadcast, subscribe. No. But yeah, so they're both very weak. Health, they had to wait for regen. They had to wait for the regen. So they're waiting for regen. 15 seconds left. The smoke's going to buy time. And yeah, just sees both of them. Trying to think if there's anything else that he could do here. Maybe you just have one go and one sit, but you just have no idea where he is. It's a tough one for FaZe. While that was the 1v2, I think that could have been a much cleaner round for Ultra if Kleenex plays his life better. But again, another smoke play from Envoy. He's been a menace with these. A lot of the attacking rounds just have not worked for FaZe. Right, the one plan at B, that's all I can think of.
At least hold down all of that mid-map just in case anyone from Atlanta FaZe try to make an individual play. But they have still yet to work that objective.
And Insight's seen these crosses, so he's at least able to count one. Simp will still stick for the plan.
They're going to try to isolate Simp, it seems like. So 2-on-2. Nice shots by Draws.
Nice double over the top of statue. Has a little bit of sanctuary off the regen. Insight has not left this position yet.
Take long to plant. I mean, there's lots of timings. The reason why they take a long time to plant is because when you're on the bomb, it's obviously like a 3v4 pretty much, right? So you're pretty much either trying to bait things out. You don't want to get caught on these rotations. So yes, you're very patient. I agree. At times they could probably just go for it, but Sim might just be sliding back and forth here to see if they'll chow off this. Right? If you don't have a smoke, it could just be difficult. You team shy, you team nated. It's a timing in which CDL teams want to punish the other team because they know they're on the bomb. Do you want wrong for FaZe? We're figuring it out right now. I mean, 0-4 in search on Sunday. It's very unlike FaZe, but we're starting to see. Some of their timings have been off throughout these rounds. They're getting first blooded a lot. Just feels like comms a bit off maybe.
In a row. Trophy system denying Toronto from finding any utility early, so this setup should still be pretty concealed here for Atlanta.
Honestly, you'd BZ a 3 and 8 on a search. I think you'll take that all day. That helps. Again, Ultra very patient on their attacks.
Start to spread out.
Keeping one. Usually it's scrap. This time it's insights.
So that's why BZ's still holding down his angle just in case anyone's deciding to push through.
Yeah, Kleenex is going to step up in towards mid-stairs just a touch. Insight still watching through the security push on the flank. Plant will be successful. How do Atlanta set up this retake? Does Insight see the cross right there?
Okay, so as soon as 4 starts shooting here, that means flank's open. So you have a choice here for your Insight. This is the info play. This is, hey, you should start pushing, making a play. Again, I think you probably want to try to play his life there. Like, you're literally just waiting on Insight. Literally just waiting on him. A couple of times, Kleenex gotten picked. Okay, he gets good timing now.
He's able to find that trade on to drop. Now all of Atlanta FaZe trying to jump over the top. And
wow. Another smoke play.
And he's just completely distracted by the smoke. He doesn't know where exactly Envoy had gone off to, and smoke dissipates.
I mean, like, you're double jumping this, and this is just rough. So a lot of the times what a setup is you have an AR like right here. You know that little, like, I don't even know. It's like a plant. It's a giant planter looking thing. It's like a little circle. A lot of the times what it is an AR. I'll sit here and just watch the staircase. So what do they opt to do? What you have your 2 subs just jump this. Hopefully you get a trade down here. Instead, it's the opposite to where the sub player is playing the stairs and you have number 1 in scrap playing the jump down.
He's able to find that trade on to draws. Now all of Atlanta FaZe.
Now you can see Scrap's not in a good spot to get those kills, but that's the info, right? So he's able to find this info, and then Envoy just wraps back. And that's just the map. Yeah, I mean, a lot of their retakes or sort of when they had a first blood just seemed a little off there for FaZe. I think Ate said on the flank the difference it seemed this Champ Sunday between the top 4 was individuality, as in who makes the player for a 2-piece or clutch 1v1 on rotation. Do you agree that margins were that close, or is it more than that? It's a good point. I mean, honestly, I think at the final and what we watched, I don't know if anything would have changed that. They were just kind of on fire, Optic. But in some of these build-up matches, I think like the Optic versus FaZe one was just a lot of individual clutch moments that FaZe normally doesn't give away. So far throughout this, map 1 Vista was pretty one-sided just slaying wise, but in that search again, just something a little off with their search. But yeah, I mean, I kind of tweeted about it. Sometimes you just feel like any clutch you do, any push you make, whatever anyone says on your team, you're just like, yeah, this is gonna work. Sometimes it just does. I don't know.
Says that's good enough. They stopped at 110. First tick already done and gone.
But now FaZe still holding that map down because they want to make sure they're accounting for every single player on the side of Toronto Ultra. But with all the kills going over towards that B Street side, it's finally time for BZ to send his way on in. He's able to find the double. Now all of Ultra coming off spawn, still working up their way up B Street.
Bold commitment for scrap.
FaZe has still been a very strong control team. They should have throughout this weekend.
Inside off the flank, BZ dealt with. That should be the second tick, if not maybe also the third. Atlanta don't really have anyone to really contest unless Cell can make a play. Envoy shuts it down, and with that, an extra 60 looking good.
Yeah, it's a big kill, though, from Sim to not allow Envoy to be a nuisance around that cafeteria area. He's able also to take down Kleenex.
I think so, Rio, yeah. So pretty basic B setup there. You had pressure on it there a couple of times if you were FaZe. And now you have street control.
Yeah, they're so good at
so let's see how this happens here. Like what FaZe do. Because I think we've watched some invasion controls with a lot of mistakes. They let the point go through. And then as soon as Simp's able to find the first kill on Kleenex, maybe getting aggressive, it's sort of like, it's almost a 4-on-3 or 3-on-3. Like, let's go for this, right? Because worst case, you go 2 or 3 dead. Number 8's still here. Cell's still playing very safe. Maybe you get a couple of trades. Maybe it's just 1 left. You have a life advantage. You get into your A setup. Best case scenario is kind of this, where you just trap them in. Draws is going to push up with Sim. Trade, and now you just have all of Ultra spawning towards this way. And Celium's, he's not on A Street, but he's watching that cross.
All die at the same time, because now you're going to set up Atlanta FaZe to put you in that headlock trap.
Yeah, they're so good at finding space after the exit kills go their way. This time Ultra just taking a bit of a pause, making sure.
Okay, so you don't have anyone A Street, but you do have this guy mid. So he's watching this cross. This gives sort of the calm to Cell, hey, 1 crossed. But as soon as Draza dies, this timing is pretty rough for a BZ. So you can see right there, he's starting to turn around. He's trying to pick up connector, maybe get 1 or 2 on the cross. Just give info for his team.
They hold off those previous B defenders, and they've done well to this point. BZ also seen over towards
yeah, now you're just going to chill.
Here's the Ultra hit over through dark. All 3 players coming.
ITS1 is very good.
Allows Ultra to repossess the bit.
They started off by taking down Draza over towards that beach.
Nice reposition for Sim. Nice shots by Kleenex, though. Better shots by Kleenex. That's best case for Ultra, though. Right in a cafe, 4 alive. Trying to watch this cross. Nice patience from Draza to at least get 1.
It doesn't stop this Toronto Ultra from continuing to find success on the zone itself. FaZe a bit split spawn, trying to make the most of it, and they will.
So FaZe stay very patient there. There's only 1 on the point. There's no need to really panic, right? Especially after Draza gets a kill. Look at where 2 is. Envoy's just so far out. So they just kind of wait.
So you allow Atlanta FaZe to reinforce their way back on in, keep that time continuously dwindling down. And now all of Ultra working that overextension. You sort of have a little bit of mid-map control, but this route from Envoy has to make a play.
Oh, Simp reads it absolutely perfectly.
So I think the way they're playing this at the moment, after this retake, I assume they're just worried about somebody. Comms-wise, look at 6. That's a BZ. A BZ's like pretty much, he's looking everywhere. He's doing 360s on the map right now. So he's like, maybe we're looking for Envoy. We're looking for Envoy. He's the last one, right? You're calling out names. This is the type of player Envoy is. They're like, kind of where is this dude? See, 6 is still like, a BZ's still like, this dude could be back gas. But as soon as they get this kill, you're going to see everyone just kind of, all right, we're good. We're clear. Let's start pushing. So that's good, just good comms by FaZe. Now that's 4 dead. So again, first one off spawn, Envoy. That's what you're saying.
They're just accounting for every player right now.
Envoy Kleenex, Envoy Kleenex. There's Envoy. We're looking for Kleenex. There's Kleenex. Okay. All right, last one, scrap. All right, all 4 off spawn.
And with only 15 seconds left, Ultra not going to have an opportunity to even get close at A.
Nah, this is just about seeing if maybe you can find a
One chance there for Ultra.
But now you cannot allow us.
and so far it is just a normal focus here for Atlanta over on B, but it's 2 members here.
Yeah, 2 members for FaZe playing over towards Cafe. You have like no presence towards the middle of the tank, so I think maybe FaZe are like, they either went off to A, like 3 pretty much defended A, so we have some room to work with.
Scary to happen. So they're still just stabilizing around that middle of the map. Abizi eventually gets his first kill on the round. Draza finds the second, and you can already see what those kills do. You're able to work your way at least a little bit over towards A, but Draza getting cut down. Now at least selling by himself at that point.
Yeah, Cell just flat out overwhelmed. Nothing he could do from that point, but you're going to be dealing
I
with...
see, even in the Optic match, it's a BZ 11-5 right now with like a sub. I think it might be the best control player in the game right now.
So a lot of lives to play with at the same front.
Atlanta are taking their time on
All right, get a transition kill. Good trade. Simpson to a good spot.
To be the playmaker.
Yeah.
All the players from Ultra coming off spawn now have to be aware, like, where the hell has Simp gone? Because he's just waiting for his teammates before he makes a play.
You do have Envoy over towards Palace side. It's been seen though. Draza finds the kill.
3 dead.
Start to make the play out. It's just down to scrap inside of laundry. He really can't do too much to challenge this. He needs to keep his life, otherwise Atlanta could full stack this.
5 staying patient. That's Draza. Cell just can't die here.
First take already done and gone though. Here comes scrap for the chow on the backside, but unfortunate team kill comes out. Someone else has to step up to try to chow this. Trophy now earned in play. Second tick is good.
Oh, and Simp with the insane gunfight onto Insight. Second segment already going to be complete. The 3 stack is going to be in, and Ultra not going to have...
I don't know if Insight gets this kill, if it matters. It may, but that kind of ends that round. But let's just see how this kind of gets into it, right? So you cap B, you get a couple of kills, you're trading out. And this is like a great... I don't know if... Where did Envoy go before this? Did they just know he's there? Did they spot him prior?
From Ultra coming off spawn now have to be aware, like,
He starts shooting? Okay, so he starts shooting. So Envoy, he's like top American maybe. 6 is able to stay alive. That's a BZ. As soon as Envoy dies by Draza here off spawn,
He's just waiting for his
I feel like Envoy needs to play this one-on-one first, or just play towards bridge side instead.
teammates before he makes a play. You do have
As soon as he dies, so your first player is trying to get up in the laundry. That's Kleenex. He's got to take that one-on-one. Well, Simp is he's shooting inside first, so... But as soon as he dies, like, there's just so much room to work with again for these attacking teams. You have nobody A street. There's no crossfire. So you get a trade. But now it's a 3-on-1. So because you don't have Envoy in a safer spot playing that 3-on-1, like maybe this is a 2-on-3. And maybe while this player's trying to cross, you get shots in. Maybe you get another kill. That's all you really need. But as soon as Envoy is picked, kind of it.
Get an answer and not allow Atlanta FaZe to put you into that trap. They're just so difficult to take down. They're going to show a different look early on in this start.
All right, going for A.
Envoy finds one through the map. And now if you are Atlanta FaZe, you have to...
He plays by Envoy right through Bidom. Is it normal to feel worse with a new controller? Yeah, it takes time, man. New dead zones, new everything. You at least got a tick on A. Almost got a second. Sticks are usually stiffer, too.
He's going to put himself in position to contest that last player over towards the A street. But now he knows that the pressure is going to be...
Really a win by Simp.
He's able to find 2 in a row. It's going to slow down that pressure from Ultra over towards that B point. And now you're allowing the rest of the teammates to rally around to keep them trapped as long as you can.
Well, a couple of kills allow Ultra a pathway on towards this B zone. Sellium watching the cross right in front of that water street. He's dealt with, though. So now it really just is on of easy. And as he gets tagged up, the clock will stop at 52 seconds. Ultra now getting a second player nearby.
And they have to make this one count. On to the point, you have to try to play your life.
Yeah, he's got help on the way, but it's going to be a little bit staggering. BZ right through mid-park. Draws it behind him. They're trying to envelop this.
Damn it. Inside was... He had 3 in the first round, right? He has been, like, donutted since.
Not having a great map, trying to secure the trade, but he's lost track. Simp's already out of there, and Cell will find the kill. A 3-16 start for Insight. The clock's starting to dwindle.
And this is the problem, right, with going to A off the start, is if that doesn't go well, it turns into this. It could turn into this. It can. You feel like Ultra should be able to trade out towards B. He went 0-14 to close the map. Oh, that's not good.
Maybe he'll make his move. He may not even need to. With the opener, see now over the top. No problems there into Envoy. The turn back over to Scrap. The last one standing. He's got to be a hero. Finds the first nicely. Cell though off the regen. Secures the kill. A little bit extra.
Wow, that's a dominant round. Now, again, the problem is for Ultra is that They don't play high rise. So that's you're playing invasion. But like, let's go to the start of this round. This is the risk of going A off break. As soon as this is done, you're gonna see Simp. He knows. All right, they're gonna go B off spawn. You still have Envoy there, but he's gonna pretty much gamble like my teammates have A. I'm gonna watch towards mid, and I'm gonna watch this connector. They're not there yet. Off spawn comes draws towards B, and then that's when he hits that 2 on them crossing. So Simp gets the help. All right, A's done. And now you're just picked. All right, now there's 3 dead. 1's off spawn. And you're just in the trap. So that is the risk of going towards A. That's why a lot of teams started to move away from it. But yeah, I mean, the one good thing for FaZe is their control has still been insane. What actually took them to a round 5 on high rise, but it did look better there. But especially their invasion, very strong. Okay, so like I said, I think one reason Ultra matches up really well with FaZe is because this Karachi Hardpoint. Because sub ace is a go-to, like your veto. Ultra always gonna have their Hardpoint, which Ultra on the year are I think like 10-2, 11-2 now. They are 13-2 now, actually 13-2. So which FaZe is 11-3, and I think all 3 of those losses might be to Ultra. I think 2 of those are from Major 1, or did they trade those at Major 1? Either way, the fact they can beat them with Karachi Hardpoint is big for them.
Atlanta FaZe, this is exactly what you want. You're soaking all this P1 time. You still have the spawns over towards the next, and Ultra have yet to find a kill. You gotta find something.
How do I think New York matches with Toronto? We haven't seen it since Major 2 and New York 3-0'd them, but with new maps now, their recent stage performance feels similar with Hydrant, Trap, Kids, and Caesar, and Ammo and Insight. I mean, I think New York's always going to be a very strong search team. I think both Ultra and New York have to get better at control. I think just Ultra has the edge in Hardpoint right now. Well, we saw in the qualifiers, right? Didn't New York play Ultra? The qualifier? Yeah.
Early here, if you're Ultra, like you said, you just cannot afford to start slow.
Which I mean,
not from this side of the map. And it's
the Vista New York could have won. And I feel like was it the control they threw? We reviewed it. All right, 35 points there. P1 there for FaZe. Really good start. Feels like they always have someone struggling in hardpoints. I mean, that to me, it's kind of like what Envoy had last stage, and he talked about it. Like, he just feels as if maybe he's trying to do too much or doesn't play at his pace. I would assume Kiz is kind of in the same area. And I think with the way Hydra plays, not that it's the wrong way to play, it's just the guy's going to do whatever he wants for the most part. He's a very intelligent player. It's just, I don't think most of the time Hydra's would be like, yo, Kiz, let's set you up on a play type thing, right? Kiz is going to be the one to do that. So what do you kind of look at? It's sort of the 2-man game between Kiz and maybe their flex, in which I think Priestess probably helped out Kismet a lot. Now, I'm just speaking. I could be very wrong. I just think that's who probably helped out Kismet in a lot of those scenarios. So it could just be that. Or maybe Kiz just has to play a little bit more selfish. When I was like transitioning into like more of an objective based sub, a lot of the times you rush to certain spots. You feel like you have to do too much. And sometimes you just have to focus on basics, like winning more one-on-ones. So that would be my advice to Kiz. But we'll see.
That's 3 dead off the rotation.
Stage 2 we played. Was it stage 2 we played better? Or maybe it was the online qualifiers here we played better.
Trying to get in through backside yellow alley to help out, and Simple will get taken out of the picture. So Ultra will get in for some time here.
All right, so this is really clean by Ultra because they're able to get in.
Now they're the ones who've got numbers with the favorite spawns.
Yo, down 35-0.
Just locking things down from top single. That will do nicely as Ultra find a little bit extra time.
Yeah, this is good stuff from Ultra because you can see a couple players from Atlanta FaZe. They're trying to potentially flip these spawns over towards next.
Yeah, Sim's trying to put pressure on through junk.
When they're jumping over that backside dumpster, we're asking for a response out of Ultra. They're able to tie the game up. It's going to be a 2-on-1 in towards the HP. Scrap's only able to take down 1, but
so you get this time.
You win the rotation.
You can see all of Ultra spawning up.
Next, you got all 4 players spawning up right at this cafe. Draws it, testing it, only able to get 1. Should still be
Ultra spawn out here? No.
It's drunk, so we're gonna have his
I think maybe Draza should. Okay, so I'm assuming based on.
Next, you got all 4 players.
So you see 8 and 6 right here. They think maybe because they spawned here that they spawn back alley. So maybe Draws is trying to push this in case they spawned out, which could happen. But Draws might be. I was gonna say he's all by himself. Like, look at this. 8 and 6 are still looking here. So I think they assume they spawn back alley, which they just never did.
Only able to get 1. Should still be a favorite spot.
So you're pretty staggered here now.
Over towards drunk. So we're gonna have his 4-man.
Again, they got a kill on a Kleenex. See where 5 spawns. Sorry, I don't have my pen. It's not back alley, so I think Abizi's still like... You guys might have a 3-on-3. Like, they have no info, but it's pretty much a... Now, I think he should spawn back alley, personally. Like, he should. I think Kleenex should spawn there. The fact that he gets a squad spawn here, don't really know why. But it happens. So here we go.
15 points. Now you can allow anyone to slip on by.
Look, Abizi's still looking at this. He's still like, WTF. Dude, he's still looking at this. That's crazy. Alright, you get the first kill, though. Trying to set this up with Abizi. Number 2 off spawn is Envoy. He gets there. Dude, that timing's crazy. Like, I wonder if Abizi gets there a couple of seconds earlier, if that changes things. But yeah, Abizi was so delayed. But this is really a job by scrapping Kleenex to hold on. Yeah, I guess they all die. It's a nice hold here at P3. You are wrong, pure jump. It definitely feels that way. We should have waited for Abe. I'm telling you, I think they thought they had a 3-on-3. I think they thought Kleenex was out. All right, we have a really good hold, and then what? We try to get out. Cell gets a pick through mid alley. Yeah, and then you just cross if you're Simp. That's tough.
Yeah, the stuns from his teammates allow him a chance to finesse, dance around the Ultra, and with that, we've got essentially a dead-tight game. Scrap gonna let him know about it falling off top third.
Big kills, though. This will get him back bridge. Ultra really, really good at this hill.
All the way across the map. They had to work their way up through 3-story. Had to take a little bit of control of the chicken coop side, but Scrap in the perfect position.
You have a cross down low, helping out Scrap. Again, 20 seconds off the clock already. Simp gets 1 off the hill. Now you can work top 3. You deal with Scrap. Nice teamwork here by FaZe. On rotation, Simp's gonna win that. Off spawn. When you're casting, you try to remember who is what number on the minimap? No, not necessarily. Sometimes I'll just remember from talking about it.
It's only 10 seconds here, so they're going to be able to walk away with it. But Atlanta FaZe are giving it up for free. They know that they have the spawns for next. They're trying to trap Ultra.
Okay, so this is what FaZe want.
Simp can just be an absolute devil. Slips back in towards Fountain. To Atlanta, comfortable.
See how far they're spawning out still towards the back cafe. And he's just playing safe, but that's the info. They know they're still over towards cafe.
First job done, taking down Simp. Now you're setting a couple players to try to take a little bit of control of top red. Draws is only able to find 1, and now the pressure is going to be...
I mean, look at when this first push comes through. You're finally at the hill 25 seconds into this. That's insane map control by FaZe.
Perfect enough to set up that pinch. Here comes the break opportunity for Ultra.
Well, this is where BZ thrives. Just dancing in and out of junk. Car to car, shack to shack. Draws a pinch set up.
Really a job by BZ, just buying time. That's so good.
To kill a BZ. 3 in a row. Atlanta looking good for the scrap time, and here's Spaghetti.
Not an easy gunfight.
He knows exactly where the spawns are going to come in for Ultra. Now it's Draws' turn to contest it, but he's also going to fall.
Huge one-on-one. Now you got top 3 control.
The Atlanta FaZe have a little bit of a lead. They're trying to close out this series in 4. Let's step aside and go to a listening with Atlanta.
Yo, he's on the fucking heady. I'm top 3. He jumped top coop. Jump top coop. Nothing right. I'm sick. Top coop on me. Scrap. Top coop. Nice. Hold on, I'm short. I hear. I had 2 ticks on trophy. TV 10. Low left. Nice. He's jumping. He's me too. Get my wrist. You have left? I have left. I'm trying to get over it. Pump set. Scrap.
Really nice collab. You'd love to have a BZ on 6 there. Where does he play that from?
I'm left.
I think if he just sits there, he might get the skill. Maybe he doesn't. He never really says he's on a 5. I mean, you kind of hear him turn, but love to get a cruise on that.
TV. Nothing red. Short. Still weak. Ivor help. Second. Stay down. MC. Ivor short.
Nice win.
Ivor short.
The trade. All right, Draz is gonna rotate with Sim.
I'm looking at. I'm seeing Toby now. One shot. I gotta hit me all.
Pay for a skill there by Kleenex.
I'm stunning for you, Tyler. Laying down on me. Scrap on hold. I should briefly chat. He's laying down. Watch out. Okay, let's go. Hold one short.
Did he get team shot? Kleenex shoot him?
I should briefly chat.
Did you see him here? I guess so. I was gonna say that's a team shot and a half. Maybe he's on. Oh, he might be on top of the bus stop or something here. I was like, wow. I was like, Scrap melted him. Okay, so big kills here for Ultra, right? Because you get 2 kills here. And I mean, you're spawning very far out. You have control of red. If you get kills and you keep control of red, right, you then have rotation over towards P3. You're spawning phase out probably towards back alley. So this is a nice setup here for Ultra. And now phase feel like, yeah, they're going to go through mid. So you can already see Ultra are kind of thinking they might be back alley. See 1 and 4. They're already thinking they might just be spawning back here. Envoy's making sure it's on a junk spawn. But rarely do I feel like you're spawning a majority like towards mid on this. But this was a really nice setup for Ultra.
Yo, long. Yeah, long. Scrap that. Nice. I'm point. I'm in the back.
And winning on Envoy. Envoy's got to make a play here. I mean, that was a really good play, but by Kleenex and Insight here, because this is what you want. This might be the game, right? Because Ultra end up winning this. FaZe break this. I think it's probably over, pretty darn close. But like, Envoy has been looking for this forever. Like, he was just completely out of this play. My man walks up to the bus like, yeah, I'm here, guys. What up? All right, so one's gonna spawn out here. But now with 30 seconds left, one spawning out, I think you're probably like, we have to rotate. So that was your big break chance. Now Cell's going to spawn out. Maybe. Depending on how this game works, yeah. So they're going to hit ult. Yep.
Okay, I'm staying down. I'm spawning out with you guys. Yeah, no.
It just doesn't feel.
Or you kind of hear, you kind of hear like Simp just play in the back, just play your life. Like they know, right? You're in a 2-2 split here as FaZe. One's gonna spawn out, another one spawns out. Like you have this rotation, but there's more Ultra members here. So you just kind of hear like, hey, just buy time. Pretty much wait for us as much as you can. Try to make this messy. And they do just that. So really good comms. So you now have a 3 dead. You're looking for 1. Yeah, just trying to find Kleenex. But that's just great by Kleenex. Oh, you'd love to get 1? Okay, you do at least get 1. Because now the pressure's right back to the hill. Such a good life by Kleenex.
So this is stuns and nades all littering over towards this tire position. Envoy, backside dumpster held by Celium, but the focus from the front for Toronto still holding on to this one. Big time here for Toronto. They need to lock in this last 15. Abizi trying to force the break, gets the first backside dumpster. Now looking to jump into the scrap time, but ultimately speaking, Ultra job done. Scrap also on 5. Lifeline here for Toronto.
Trying to set up Scrap for this final kill to earn that cruise missile.
Yeesh! And we're challenged?
For the ego, child. We know how confident that young man is, but still a 20-point difference in this map. Number 4, Ultra trying to set up Scrap for this kill, man. This cruise missile is so big.
Insight does take care of Draws and is trying to play his life out as long as humanly possible, but Abizi from up to the high ground shuts down the potential of the cruise. Lots of dancing around mid-map here for both these 2 teams. No one jumping into the hard point as of yet, but as Celium steps in, he finds 1, forcing Toronto to have to continue to make plays into the hill.
But Atlanta FaZe aren't playing for the hill.
I feel like FaZe could milk this a bit, no? Or you 2? Sim's just like top TV, just like waiting.
For this kill, man, this cruise missile is so big.
Insight does take control of the cruise.
I mean, they're worried about Kleenex.
Here for both these 2 teams. No one jumping into the hard point as of yet, but as Celium steps in, he finds 1, forcing Toronto to have to continue to make plays into the hill.
But Atlanta FaZe aren't playing for the hill.
We're not milking. And now they're gonna die. So I guess that's maybe why.
Ultra is still only down by 20 points. They have the rotation over towards next. Someone from Atlanta had to put them.
No cruises on either side.
Now with those three,
I guess it works out. They stay really patient, force Ultra to get aggressive, and now you see what happens. You see they're going to spawn 2 members here, and you pretty much have a 2-on-2 on rotation. So, yeah, the patience worked off, but, yeah.
Is going to be theirs, but you see the spawns from Ultra a little bit scattered.
They know the game better than I do.
Here for On and Scrap. They have to get at least a 1-for-1 trade. Allow your teammates to come back in through front red.
You get here, though. Ultra flies the hill. They're just playing from, like, P5. Where's one going to spawn out? Really far away, yeah. You got to buy time for Scrap. But you're waiting on Simp. Oh, Simp plays for the kill. Dude, I wonder if Simp just goes if they loses this. Now, what's tough is, like, honestly, it's hard breaking P5 from this side without anybody through red. And now I think, what, is Draza trying to go through mid? Yeah, they know how hard this is. Like, this is very difficult. Sim spawns all the way out. Okay, now you start to pick. But your teammates die. Now you're staggered. You're so staggered here. Gets one though and waits, so that's good.
You need to soak up this time because you will be able to find yourself in a little bit of a lead going
into. Okay, now you're starting the pinch.
But you know Atlanta FaZe, they're not going to give this up for free. Kleenex is at least able to find a double to stabilize.
Okay, now we're on P rotation.
Some last man standing. Final 20 going to be theirs, but this is important. This rotation is everything now for Ultra.
Scrap time going to be hit by Scrap. Able to
you have somebody in the hill.
High ground control,
fight top 3 and you get this. Nice nade. Simpson to try to get in.
He just commits. I'm going to jump right on in. We have the lead. Let's force.
Problem is you have nobody helping him out. Yeah, I mean, well, who's this? Scrap. Scrap gets like in the, what is that route? What timing? Is he in a red?
I'm gonna jump right on in. We have the lead.
So he goes top here. Who's that? Cell goes top. Scrap's right under him.
And look at the route being hit by Scrap. Puts himself in towards Fallon, trying to open up an angle for his team to apply pressure at this hill. He takes.
Scrap gets the first.
Scrap from up top is able to find a double.
Yeah, he gets a double. I mean, that's just a nice route by Scrap.
Even though Ultra in that hill, such a close game again.
Have to receive another hit and rotate if you're Ultra. FaZe currently hold the favor on the spawns. Looking to re-wrap around the back. Scrap shutting down a lot of this. Back to 4 in a row. Hit markers over towards
BC goes on a big pinch, though.
And you've got a player in Kleenex coming from the backside on the pitch. One more contested. It's a BZ. Should be overwhelmed, and he is. 5 in a row for Scrap. Rotation going to be challenged for both teams.
But I'm pretty sure Kleenex is able to slip behind enemy lines. So are you going to be able to spot him off the cross? And I think Draza is able to gain that info. But Scrap, if you can find one kill, that cruise missile could play a big part at this moment in the game. He's trying to line up the kill onto some.
Okay, you have 3 dead here. Last player old. So this is the break. All right, get that info. You're gonna spawn out if you're FaZe, right? Yeah.
Inside the hardpoint, Draza trying to play his life. Assistance from FaZe coming from the junk side. Can they get nades over towards this jump wall? May not be able to. Insight seems to have an idea that Draza's playing in the back closet, but they can't find him.
But is 3 spawn there? I mean, they're junk side. He's blocking junk. He's here. They know this. BZ knows this. Look, he checks it. No, BZ knows. He just loses it. He checks. Watch. He checks. He looks right away. They knows this is possible. Without a doubt, they know. That's why he chows this right here. He's hoping to get one, though. He just doesn't. He's looking at this. They know with these 2 players junked that is probably where they're going to spawn. He just dies. Where does he go before this? I wonder if he should just go back through here and get to jump up. I think that's probably a cleaner route. It definitely is. He should go to like jump corner, I think. But he checks it. Yeah. Or he could just sit there. The problem is then now, unfortunately, it was like a 2-2 split. And as soon as this guy dies, again, you just don't get one. So it's you don't get one. Your teammates now are going to spawn junk, and now it's a flood, which you're going to lose this.
Have numbers, at least for now, inside the hard point.
Sims gets the first. Scrap gets 2 here.
Coming from the junk side. Can they get nades over towards this jump wall? May not be able to. Insight seems to have an idea that Draza's playing in the back closet, but they can't find him. Draza's still alive, able to go 1-for-1.
I just play it well.
Ultra can win here.
They can win it here. Look at the spawns for Atlanta FaZe. It's so far away. Ultra trying to force game 5.
From the front, he's able to take down 1. Not able to do more. A touch in time, no.
Yeah, I think there were some key moments there. I don't know. A couple of mismanaged chances for FaZe.
He's been the MVP all season long for this roster.
Yeah, he still had a chance, yeah. All right, we got Rio. All right, coming into this one, I mean, this was a ballsy pick, but again, because they don't play high rise, you get Rio. which on the year Rio was 5-3 for Ultra, and for FaZe was their number 1. They were 4-0. All right, here we go. Map 5.
On the offense first. Map 5. Let's get it on.
Now, we watched FaZe on this map, what they do very, very well.
Trophy systems early into this map. So you're going to play it nice and slow through the top side of the middle of the
Cell
map.
just kind of plays your A info, and then everyone else plays over towards B.
But now it's an opportunity for Ultra to take that mid map right on back.
A little bit of shots coming through for Envoy.
So you kind of bait out this info over towards B. You see what this shot does, right? These 3 are staying here. Now, you're still staying honest with Cell, which I think is key.
Early, and Insight's going to get a look over towards Cell.
But he knows. Now, there's the info. All right, guys. Stuns, nades are hitting. 5's going to start to back on up.
Nades, stuns, all going his direction. Now the focus back towards boxes, and this should.
Okay, so what do FaZe do? They're rapping. They're just flanking quick. Gotta find Scrap, though. Lot to check.
Scrap trying to choose the right.
Cell staying patient on the other side of the map.
So many players from Atlanta around him.
Baiting out those shots, but you get a lot of damage in.
And Toronto's guns can start to turn inside.
Yeah.
And a second, but the trades are quick. Scrap shuts down the play. Now it's just up to Cell. 1v2 situation. They know exactly where he is, and Scrap not going to give him an inch of daylight. To
this point in the season, do you think dropping Press and adding Sib was the right move for NYSL? I mean, obviously, at this point in the season, like, New York won Major 1, but again, I think people forget New York. Their middle of the season was not good. It was just Major 5 or Major 4 or Major 5? Major 5 and Champs. Like, they peaked at the right time. So, I don't know. It's tough to say.
And so damn good for them. Stuns exchanged over the middle of the map. A lot of it.
Yeah, not only did Scrap stay alive, he also put in probably 200 points of damage.
But Ultra, they're taking the map control away from Atlanta. As long as they control.
All right, so you leave Envoy, but he's like, they're going to stun nade check this.
Chalk that one up. They're slowly but surely working their way over towards Ridge, trying to play a timing.
I think NYSL got hot. Well, they won 2 majors in a row. They were just the best team in the game, those 2 majors. You just peak.
Crossing angle backside bridge. First blood is good, and with that bomb will be planted at B.
And now all of Ultra rallying around this flank area. Celium's going to get the.
All right, you get the first blood. Cell throws a door or closes the door.
He's going to give the comms to his teammates. We can take control of their side of the map, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah, this is a perfect point.
Oh, I remember this. This is great. This is exactly what you want. The problem here is what Cell loses this, right? Yeah, I just don't think that's a gunfight even worth taking. All you're trying to do is waste time. And now your team has to go.
Right there in position waiting for it. Now the smoke retake on the way. Scrap for another. And how about it?
It's another just
Retake good.
Cell mistake, which he normally doesn't do. Usually he never dies in that scenario.
Atlanta, the little bit of a comeback in map 4, plus the fiery start here. Nade shots from Scrap, all directed towards Straza, but everyone stays alive.
Now Ultra going to do the same.
Okay, a little switch up here for FaZe. So instead of just leaving Cell, you have Simp kind of lurking over towards A. BZ still pretty much nade checking over towards B, just shouldering it.
They don't have previous attacking ground. It's just going to be a little bit more difficult now that stun is going to connect for it. Now they gain a little bit of info that Toronto have top mid. Potentially going to work for that B plant because at the same time, Simp is slowly working his way up through that deep pinch alongside Selly.
Late trophy system down here for Ultra on this commit for the plant.
Almost seems like they really weren't exactly sure what was happening. Like, you back a BZ up here. It's almost like, do we want to flank this or do we not? How do we want to retake this? A little slow on this.
Mid, potentially going to work for that B plant because at the same time, Simp is slowly working his way up through that deep pinch alongside Selly.
Late trophy system down here for Ultra on this commit for the plant. A BZ on the staircase. He does get the exit on towards Envoy.
BZ gets first blood.
3v4.
Staying patient now.
For the odd man situation retake. Scrap 4 in a row. Good look at number 5, but
and as soon as you get that first blood as like the defending team,
decent, we go 2v3.
It feels like you try to get a reaction. And that's what they do. They know Scrap just tries to take an angle that he gets cut down. So nice retake, but starts with a BZ.
Quick calls of his playing off the clock. Then it already was. Map number 2 was possible.
Back to the attacking side they go. They'll slowly show presence through top mid. Stun grenades over the top, but Ultra are playing a 2-2 split on the setup. They're basically giving up that top mid to control. Yeah. They know that Envoy in the back pocket has that smoke grenade for the retake, but they are just waiting for Atlanta to make.
It does, Mario. Yeah, it goes all the way around 11.
Didn't respond right now if you're Ultra. Kleenex kind of flexing between mid and boxes. Insight, the one covering.
Okay, so normally what we see on this defense is sort of this back and forth, but as soon as the defenders start to see them over towards this B bomb, then they go trying to catch them, right? Again, just trying to catch them planting. Why? Because that's one less gun shooting at them. This time, Ultra get very aggressive early.
He's going to be trusted to
They try to, like, almost retake it like a hardpoint, which I like. I think it's a nice iteration. We don't see that very often. And here's the thing with this push. Say this isn't even an A hit, or say this isn't even a B hit. Say this is an A hit. Really, what you could do off this is if you take top middle, you could just start to flank right away. But as soon as they find a BZ, they kind of know. Phoenix is going to back up, make sure there's nothing through A.
Now you're forced to clutch up in the 3v4. That bomb is going to get planted. But you see Envoy still has that smoke grenade in his back pocket. He's going to invest in nade first. Realize that there's a trophy system.
Oh, I remember this round. It's a great round out of FaZe.
Yeah, this time the push through read perfectly by Atlanta. And I don't know if Insight really saw anyone over towards the top bridge position. So I think Ultra are thinking we can just...
So FaZe know they have a 3-on-4. They're like, we just got to go. We have to stay active. I think after getting this, they need the info here. I don't know if Envoy just gets bad timing. It's almost what we just talked about. You have to see when they get to the bomb, and then I think go. And they don't. They just kind of wait. They just don't get the info on the cross. And they're waiting for the double chow, I think, right here. Yeah, so you see this timing. Like, they're waiting for the double chow through here. And that's when Simp flies through. You get a team shot through from number 5. Yeah, it's just bad timing on the... Yeah. It were really... Scrappy clears were really slow on SE.
Not quite. So it's just down to JB Craven.
Before we're waiting for that kill. It's a double to basically
start killer. So he's real Envoy 0-4 start, but similarly so. He's been just the guy trusted to get the bomb planted. He's going to carry it out of spawn as usual.
All right, Sim's going back to here.
Once again, just trying to find some focus in towards an early mid play. A BZ response frag up and out. Does not tag anything at all.
And now that objective is getting planted.
Okay, we know they're on it.
I don't know if they're going to be fast enough in this scenario.
You get the first blood.
But draws it with the first blood. This time around, you get your trophy system down. Now it's time to hit that go button.
Shots are decent though. Envoy for the
nice
first.
Shots by Envoy.
Smoke also placed. Abizi waiting to see if anyone pushes through this. And now all of a sudden, maybe a chance to try to hop on over. Estraza has been able to take down 2 from the outside of the map. Just down to Kleenex. Double play coming in from Atlanta. And the 2v1 goes the way of FaZe.
And again, with that first blood, right? You force sort of the people defending the bomb to think they have to make a play. Into the 3-on-3. And look, FaZe stay really honest here. Look, they know they're going to push on through. Who is that? That's a great read by Draws. They at least find one. That's a really good play by Draws.
And that's Draws finding they are reasoning Atlanta.
Patterns, which is favored really FaZe playing off the backside of these bombs, whether it's on defense or offense.
Back to the attacking side we go for Atlanta. This time a lot faster on this.
I haven't done this at all.
At this B site, Ultra is simply not going to be ready for it. It's a 4v4 retake opportunity.
No chance to contest on the exit either. Lots of pressure.
Simple arrival.
A couple of deep stuns will land. Abizi the first one to try to make contact over the top.
Which angle are you gonna look at?
Decent shots for Abizi. Tries to back up door in his way. Response hit marker starting to come through as Ultra have regained the middle of the map, but they need to find some kills. You need to find something before you can hop onto this bomb. Backside vending dealt with.
That's tough timing.
Tucked in the corner. Draza looking for possibly a pinch, but he gets shut down.
That's their bomb info. That's their bomb info there. So as soon as he dies, right? Because look at this. Everyone's staying honest until this point. Scrap's worried about someone going through bridge. Cell could have flanked through here, honestly. Maybe it's just a risk. But he's thinking if I just get to here, I could see the bomb. So you almost have like 2 players playing that bomb. It's just you're hoping he's got to check this. Then you try to get into another position. I think Kleenex sees him here. I assume so. Do you get like a double chow right here? Oh yeah, Kleenex sees him. He starts shooting him. Yeah, it's a great trade.
And Atlanta are consistently mind-blown right
But it's a great first blood by Kleenex.
Time is getting away. This
opening nade from Draza this time. That elongated 1v1 we've seen towards the B side of the map will go the way of Atlanta, and the rotation in also met by this FaZe defense.
And now it's all left up to Insight in the 1v3. Bomb being down.
I mean, this is the first blood into just the first blood, and I think Ultra is just like, well, all right, let's just go. Again, you have the Celium play, and then they're just so fast over towards A. As soon as like the nades start to hit the trophy, like they just go. But you already start the rotation. You're just so quick here. I mean, insane first win, by the way, but I have no idea, Kurt. I have no idea how he won that.
it's not going to be easy because positioning already known. Atlanta FaZe starting to pounce on them. Droz is just simply not trying to turn this into a one-on-one gunfight, just running away with his life.
Take the safest route, you know. And no need to move anywhere, just set up a lockdown.
They know that the bomb is down. The only way inside is going to walk away victorious here is by collecting it. So with only 30 seconds.
Yeah, this is smaller map, Galen. That's why.
Easy to get past the setup from Atlanta FaZe.
But you are wrong. It's quick.
They're going right back to that aggressive play at B, but they only sent in the bomb carrier.
Yeah, this is different. Ultra are also stacked up here on A. Scrap going to join them. Do they get it easy off the bomb? Yes, they do.
All right, so it's what we talked about, right? I assume, do they get info? It's really hard to tell.
Back to that aggressive play at B, but they only sent.
I don't even know if they get info. Maybe a nade? He starts the bomb plant, right? You can see this starting. It looked like they were down here, and they just go. I mean, a bit risky. This worked last time for FaZe, where they just hit the bomb plant.
Yeah, this is
Does he get hit by anything? No. He's not hit by anything.
different. Ultra
Just good timing. They just go for it. Yeah. Sim's not at vending this time.
So now you got mid-map control. You know the bomb is down, and this is a very
It's a chance. It's a risk on offense. You just go for it.
Have to hold down this position. You have two of your SMG players holding down top mid.
They probably don't want to do that too often.
Every single angle is cut off.
But I assume maybe if you go fast enough and don't see a trophy down, like you might just be able to get that plant off from time to time.
Crazy as if Draza can find an isolated exchange on a crossing angle. It does push Scrap right back over to Atlanta though. Ooh, maybe taking a step too far away.
Yeah, that's a crazy one for Scrap.
Yeah, you're giving them an opportunity now.
Now you're all top middle like a P1 setup. But again, Clinics has been great here on the sim too.
But this route getting hit by Celium is at least able to find one. Now everybody from top mid has to turn around.
Yo, they stay so patient. Envoy stays so patient with Kleenex.
Draza and Celium looking to work this thing together from bridge side. Envoy the one in the way. First shots are perfect though. And now it's just down to
Yo, they stayed so patient.
There is still enough time for him to collect the bomb and possibly plant if he wants to. But instead, he's looking for the timing on the kill. Doesn't find Envoy, who just slips away. No chance for the plant. Envoy gets the read and says, I'm out of here. We're tied back and forward.
This time Ultra says slow and steady is not going to win the race. But if you are Atlanta
On this map, yeah, it's just kind of tough to play for picks on this one. You just kind of get overwhelmed. It's just how small it is. It's just sort of like 4-on-4s. Like a lot of the times it's sort of this, right? We're already on defense. We're just playing 4 towards B. If they go A, we'll just retake over towards A in a 4-on-4. It's just, yeah. Because if you hit this and time it right, like you might just win the round. But just with how small it is, you're not wasting too much time.
Where exactly this Ultra setup is.
But it's different now because Draza isn't playing it deep over towards that B street side. They have all bridge control. So if you are Atlanta FaZe, you slowly have to work over towards A, and that leads to be finding that first blood. Celium, great shots to at least back down insight from his positioning. But now in the 3v4, Ultra have to find some ice.
First blood's unbelievable from Abizi on that angle, especially. Draza stepping in towards bridge side. Clean.
Okay, so Draza's watching that cross. So he's going to see him right here.
It's unbelievable from Abizi on that angle.
So he's watching this cross. That sort of will start everything. So yeah, just getting info as Draws backs down. Doesn't want to get caught.
Still hoping he can get this plant off. That may be the lifeline for Ultra here in round number 9. Scrap also an extra step forward. Would FaZe expect something like this? Little cheeky plays for Ultra, but FaZe are taking the safe run around the back, and Scrap has only seen one member so far.
So that might be the info. The fact that Scrap doesn't get swarmed right away may just let them know this is a flank, because I think in most cases, if he shoots on this staircase, normally there's a flood up. Obviously, you have inside watching, but feeling normally
he gains info onto one player, but now you have
that's just sort of, hey, they're flanking. Well, now you definitely know.
Unfortunately, inside is not able to get out. Kleenex is only able to find one. Now it's Scrap.
Yeah, it's tough 1-on-3.
Time to let them know, but I get someone deep over.
Strong, and this time Atlanta are going to send everyone alongside of Abizi to try to work that objective.
No bomb this time for Abizi. He's just trying to be the first Vanguard player forward. Ultra allowing this mid control largely to go the way of Atlanta. Bomb now planted. 4v4 retake on the way.
Need to try to make it 3 successful retakes if you want to stay alive here. Envoy finds the first blood.
Traded.
For the trade. Kleenex keeps the numbers in favor of Ultra.
Ultra are really smart because every single time they know that they're watching the flank. Like, Cell's just out on an island. He's on La La Land. I mean, he's just trying to get info or watching the pinch, but they just kind of know. So they're just hitting it quick before he can rotate over. Yep. Smoke down, so he can't see it. Just fast. They're so quick with it.
They have been successful off of that retake.
Hey, again, there's just a smoke down. So basically what normally would happen is Cell would rotate back and he would have an angle on the bomb, but they saved his smoke. So he's got to run through this. Like you should see the smoke here is dissipating. But every time they have a smoke, so that just makes Cell pretty much obsolete.
out of Kleenex to instantly hop that bomb, knowing that Atlanta.
Oh, it's just a lot of info, Prophet. Yeah.
Have an opportunity to work their way back in, but round 11 for it all.
The rise of
All right, round 11.
and in-person standing. Or is everyone here in Toronto? Offense, round 11 for Ultra. And you have to think there's no way we're going to give Abizi a chance towards A again.
We can't. So Insight's just going to hold down this angle. Watch overextension. Ultra slow and steady around this B site. But you can see Abizi and Dross are just ready to pounce at any given moment.
A little bit of a problem.
Kind of just baiting this again.
But they see there is resistance nearby. The thing that's different here, Scrap has not seen anything topside bridge. And now all of a sudden he's playing forward. It just comes down to, does he get any timing to make good on this position? May not matter. Here comes the plant.
Plant's gonna go down.
Trophy's down, waiting for that.
Take advantage, and Abizi with the angle onto Envoy finds that first kill.
Immediately pick back up and immediately plant again. Atlanta's trying to play off the long flank. Wait a second.
But again, I think you get so much, like, dude, the fact that Scrap gets here again, he did it the last time. I think just this gives them the heads up, like, I think they're all going to flank. Like, he just steps up.
Look at the timing here.
Like, watch, they're just going to watch. They know.
To kill a little bit of extra time. It's all
Like, they know because of Scrap. That's wild.
4 members from FaZe around the back. Insight's not going to see it. It's Kleenex going to get caught off guard, or is he? He gets one. That's a decent 1-for-1 trade. Insight right back over, looking for a little bit of help.
Still not a bad situation. Bro, the fact this dude just sits here again. Dude. I mean, how many times do we watch this map and this person who shoots right here just gets chowed again? Like, he just gets chowed?
For a little bit of help from Scrap. 2v3.
Like, how many times does, like, someone fly from this side over towards this way and just chow him right away? And he just sits here.
Also seen on the cross. 22 seconds. Draza trying to work this with just down to a 2v1.
Dude, that's 2 offenses where he just pushes up to that staircase. He won though. Oh, I know. I hear you. I mean, I love it. But it gave them all the info twice that, like, this was probably a flank. I guess I'm a bit surprised that FaZe go for this call again. Well, this time they do 4. Didn't the one round they do it? Yeah, it was a 3-on-1.
FaZe are sending 3 players on the pinch. Unfortunately,
yeah, maybe you leave 1 here. But, dude, that spot every time. Every time. Every single time. All right, that was FaZe Ultra. Ultra just don't lose searches to them.
Is not able to get outside.
Crazy.
Kill, but the cojones right there out of
may not matter. Here by Scrap.
He just sits here. There's still 24 seconds left.
Draza trying to work this with
he slides forward. That man didn't care. I mean, he's trying to buy time, I think, for Insight, because really what this is a setup Insight. He gets 1. And the Insight's still running, by the way. Like, he's just like, I'll just rewrap this, which is also a crazy play, because one of these guys could have just went bridge.
From Scrap, 2v3.
But it's almost just like, yeah, they're just going to 3 go up the stairs. And one does go bridge. It's just Insight rewraps it. Like, Scrap just knows I win. That's crazy. Crazy match. Crazy match. Ultra do it again. Oh, wow. I wonder who wins.